2 and 2 reads, by the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing and rested from all of his work. The New Testament says, John 19:28, later knowing that all was now completed, Jesus says, I'm thirsty, receives a drink and declares it is finished, bows his head, gives up his spirit. So reads the word of the Lord. I want to tag this address with one declarative statement. Finish what you started. Finish what you started. While many of us say we adore God and love Jesus, the truth of the matter is that when it comes to finishing what we started, it's questionable if we really want to follow in the footsteps of either one. Brother Doug, many people I say, why do you say that, Reverend? It's because that we live in a fickle, non-committal, schizophrenic, and unreliable world where people see nothing wrong with starting something with no intentions of finishing it. Finish what you started. Finish what you started. If the road becomes too rough and too rocky, we turn around. If the marriage grows stale, we file for divorce. If we think a professor's expectations are too high, we drop the course. Finish what you started. When God's finished work in Genesis, when God finished his work in Genesis, God completed it once and for all. Kala, to finish in Hebrew, signifies the completion, my dears, of the total task. So when God rested on the seventh day, God wasn't stopping work for the week. He wasn't stopping after 40 hours. But rather, God worked until the total purpose of the assignment had been filled. By the time God finished God's work, everything that we needed for life and for living was in place. In other words, God was finished for an eternity. Finish what you started. Now, when Jesus uttered the words, it is finished, he was not saying that's good enough, or that will do, or I've done my part, now let somebody else do the rest. Rather, when Jesus said, it is finished, he was making a declarative announcement that the good work that God had begun in a baby in Bethlehem had now been completed on a cross at Calvary. Teleo, to finish in the Greek, signifies not just bringing a task to an end, but bringing a task to its perfected or to its predestined purpose. Finish what you started. We say we want an assignment from God, but we want to dictate what kind of assignment it's going to be. And not only dictate the kind of assignment, but where it's to be located, and when and how we perform that assignment. I can't hear nobody. Finish what you started. I'm glad, my brothers and my sisters, it was not until everything that the Father had assigned him to do had been completed before he declared, it is finished. And because he finished what he started, our sins have been forgiven. Our salvation is secure. Our hope has been restored. So because he didn't quit, you can't quit. We can't quit. Finish what you started. Finish what you started. Finish what you started.